Have you ever watched a pickleball game and just knew one team had absolutely no chance of winning? And you knew not halfway through the game, but just after 2 points. In this video, I'm breaking down the obvious signs, the shot choices, the court positioning, the energy, and more that reveals why one team is totally outmatched from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. It's not magic, it's crystal clear why the game turned out the way it did. A big thank you to the YouTube channel Kevolution for posting this video. Check out the channel and subscribe. Let's go. For some reason, the first point was not recorded. This is the second point. Of course, the team in the near court won the first point, so it is 1-0. The team is stacking. Here comes the female player on the team. Okay, there were 3 mistakes made on that 1 point. Let me point out what they are. First, what you will notice is that the player returning the serve does not make an effort to move forward all the way to the non-volley zone. This is a total mistake by him. Now, here's the mistake by the female player. She has to recognize that he is moving towards the transition zone, and he is kind of like in no man's land. She should have done her best to hit it to him. Instead, she hits it to the player who is at the non-volley zone. He gets the ball back. And here's the mistake right here. Look where this ball is. That's actually a very good shot. It is to this player's backhand. However, if his partner would have been next to him, he could have hit it with his forehand, but because he never made it to the non-volley zone, this player is having to take it with his backhand, and he cannot get it over the net. I'm just going to stop it right here. Look at what the player in the back of the court did. He made a very shallow return. He did not move forward. So that tells me the players in the back court do not have a sound understanding of how this game should be played. So after just 2 points now, I am convinced there is absolutely no way the team in the back court can win this game. That's all you have to do. You have to keep the guy at the back of the court. That was a very good job by the male player in the near court. And the mistake that the player in the back court made was not only not moving forward, but when he tried to return that shot, he tried to put slice spin on the ball, and he hit it about 10 feet out of the court. If you're a beginner player like the players in the back court are, stay away from the spin. Just try to get the ball to land in the court. Okay, another perfect example. He did not move forward. Look where he is. This female player should now know after 3 points that these players are not going to move up after hitting a return of serve. So she has got to hit this ball to him at the back of the court. But once again, she's unable to do it. That is just a big mistake, but here's a bigger one, as this player cannot get the backhand over the net. Why do that? There we go again. I just don't understand why she cannot see what is happening here. Look, he's at the back of the court. He's behind the service line. But instead of hitting it to him at the back of the court, she's going to hit it to the guy that's already at the non-volley zone. Why do that? And he's going to hit it to him again. Now they're both up here. And all she can do is pop the ball up. She cannot reset it. I mean, she has the opportunity to keep a player at the back of the court, and she just does not do it. But still, the players in the near court may know to move forward after hitting a return of serve. This is their first opportunity to do so. So let's see if they do. Well, he can't get his serve in the court, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, just some examples of why the team in the backcourt has absolutely no shot. Watch what they do with the third shot. Do you think they could actually make this ball fall in the kitchen with the third shot drop? No. How about a 5th shot reset? Nope. 7th shot reset? Nope. Now that ball was going so far out of the court. This player makes a mistake of reaching up and hitting this ball. Now watch what this player does right here. He's going to try to put some fancy slice spin on the ball, and he hits it into the net. There's that ridiculous backhand slice spin by a player who cannot hit it over the net by hitting that shot. I'm telling you, if you're new to pickleball, do not try that shot. 5-0-1. Okay, he's stuck at the back of the court. What does she do? Oh, she did it again. I think that's the third time she has done that. It looks like she's very athletic. She has good pickleball skill, but she does not have a very high pickleball IQ. Because when you are in this situation and you see players who time and time again do not move forward after returning a serve, you have got to hit it to them. You cannot hit it to the player who was established at the non-volley zone. And she did it again, but he just missed that shot because he's a beginner player. If she were playing against somebody with the ability to get those shots back over the net, she probably would not win those points because she's making that mistake. Let's see here. Okay, he's trying to move up here, but he's going to get caught in the transition zone. Can she hit this ball with topspin and hit it at the player in black's feet? Nope, look at this. Again, just not smart pickleball. So, okay, that's 3 pop-ups. That tells me that she does not have the ability to reset the ball. The problem the players in the back of the court are having is the net is too high for them. They keep hitting it into the net. Love pickleball? Then gear up with the coolest pickleball swag on the planet at pickleballprintables.com. Swag that speaks your style. T-shirts, coffee mugs, caps, and more. Pickleball Printables, where pickleball is not just a game, it's a vibe. See what happened there? There's no way the team in the backcourt should have won that point. She hit it to the wrong person again. And even though she's not playing very smart, she really doesn't need to, as she and her partner are up, I believe, 6-0. That's so close to being an illegal serve. I do think the paddle is above his waist when he hits the ball. Let me know what you think. And he hits that out of the court. It's a good job by the player in black in the near court. He immediately moved forward after hitting the return of serve. And the player in black in the backcourt misses another backhand slice. Oh, it hit the ceiling. Wow, that's a very, very low ceiling if that ball hit it. So that ball was out of the court. Oh, he's going to give it to him. So, you know, I think that's good sportsmanship. It was obviously out of the court, but he's going to say that it was in. Maybe it's because they're winning like a score of 8-0 that he let that go, but that was obviously on the wrong side of the court. So that's good. I'm cool with that. That's out. All right, did you see how much difference that made? And the only thing that happened, well, first of all, the player on the right side of the court in the back should have been at the non-volley zone, but he wasn't. But anyway, when he returns the serve, he does move forward. Look how much difference it makes. He's waiting for it here. And all she can do is pop it up. She can't reset it. And she's not going to get that point because if you cannot make it to the front of the court, you usually do not win the point. He's stuck at the back. All right, they hit it to him. Hitting it to the player out of position makes so much of a difference. She did it. Finally, she hit it to him at the back of the court. Congratulations. Nope. Can't do that. So what I'm seeing here is the male player in the near court is giving her instruction on almost every point. So I'm assuming she's pretty much a new player. And it's really nice of him to help her out and explain things to her. But he hasn't explained to her to keep the guy at the back of the court. He hasn't explained to her to try to make the ball drop before her opponents can hit it. Oh, she did at that time. Good for her. And of course, the players in the backcourt have probably, not that they've never got into a dink battle, but they probably never dink. So when a dink rally starts, they're not going to win it. Goodbye. Oh, he got it. Oh, he just hit it up to his put-away zone, and he took it out of the air and put it away. One question I have as well is exactly how hard is the male player in the near court trying? He's probably much better than he is. He's probably playing at maybe 60%. Tried for the winner there on the third shot. Not going to work. The team in the backcourt actually has 3 points. There's that slice spin again. And she messed up again. Wow. Let me go back and show you what happens here. I'm sure you know. When you see this happen, when you see a player who is at the back of the court and a ball is hit this shallow, one or two things should happen. You should hit it to the player at the back of the court, or you should hit it as hard as you possibly can at the player who is at the non-volley zone. And watch what she does. She didn't drive it hard enough. I don't know if she just doesn't have the ability to hit it hard, but in that instance, she certainly did not. 4 feet out of the court, try to put some underspin on it. I'm just going to say it again. If you're a 2.5 player like the players in the back of the court are, do not try to put slice spin, underspin on the ball. If you're going to try to put any spin on it at all, go with top spin. So from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, the player in blue moved up once after hitting a return to serve. So just hit it to him at the back of the court. Oh gosh, she got lucky as he hits it into the net. The team in the back of the court actually scored 3 points, but again, you could see exactly what these players were doing wrong. On the other hand, I really don't think the winning team did that great a job of recognizing and taking advantage of their opponent's improper court positioning. What do you think? Let me know by leaving a comment in the comments section below. That's it from Pickleball Pick Apart. I really hope you learned something from watching this video, and if you did, I hope you take the time to like it, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. This is Rory saying, as always, thanks for watching, and see you on the court.